Okay, everybody, we are back with part 4 of the Bo Nix analysis. We are analyzing Bo Nix. We are looking at more than just highlights. We're looking at the good and the bad. Hopefully, you've seen the first 3 videos. If not, go back and check that out. You can watch this one now and go back, or if you want to go in order, go back to part 1. It's already posted up on this channel, Jets Chaos. We are looking at Bo Nix, and I have my GM with me, Tony the GM. How you doing today, Tony?
I'm doing great, Jeremy. I want to start this video by saying that Bo Nix, out of the draftable quarterbacks everybody's talking about going in the top couple of rounds, Bo Nix is probably in the best situation to succeed. Would you say that's correct, Jeremy?
Well, if he's going to get selected near the end of the draft, he'll probably end up in a better situation. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm saying that he's in a situation on Oregon.
Oh,
with a great O-line and so forth, right? Great supporting cast.
Yeah, there's right. You're not drafting a guy who, wow, he was playing better competition with inferior teammates and was able to still succeed. That's definitely not going to be an argument anybody makes about Bo Nix. He's in a situation I think every college quarterback would dream of being in, as far as, you know, about having players around you that are much better than the competition.
Okay, let's go on to the next point.
All right, first play of the day. We've already looked at a lot. Drops back, throws it deep. Actually, that went in. Looked like he threw it deep. I don't think he did. I think he threw it a little too low. Let's see. Okay, so you know what? This play, I remember this play now. Here's another example, and I think I pointed one out yesterday in part 3, where it looks like a good play, especially in the box scores, right? Nice 20-yard gain, 20-something yard gain, pass play. What a beautiful play. But let's look at that again. We gotta point this out, right, Tony? We gotta keep pointing this out. Look how much time he has. He's under a little bit of pressure. Okay, but look at the receiver, how open he is. I mean, you're playing catch right now. Where do you want to put the ball? Tony, where would you want to throw the ball?
I want to lead him a little bit.
You want to lead him a little bit. And look what happens if you lead him a little bit. That's a touchdown.
You could say that. And this is a throw. You know, the reason we're bringing this up, right? It's not the easiest throw, okay? He does have time. This is the throw that we want to see him complete properly.
Right.
Right? It's not nitpicking. We're not saying, everybody's going to, that might not be an easy throw. That's not what we're talking about. We're saying that if he's supposed to be a draftable quarterback in the first round, the proper way. We're not seeing that on his phone.
Right. If he leads him perfectly, if he does him a beautiful lead pass, I say, wow, he had some pressure. The only thing he had going for him was that the receiver was wide open. But at least he did the best you can do, and we couldn't say anything. We'd say, well, he threw the perfect pass, made it into a touchdown, even though there was a guy coming in at him. That's great. But he didn't do that. I'll say it's an okay college play because he got the ball off instead of panicking and made the completion. So I'm not going to say it's a horrible play, but it's certainly not a play that I'm going to go back to my GM and say, this is a guy I want to draft.
Now, going back to what we said about everybody out there watching this film, you could easily, tell us what throw you want us to look at. Because I'm not seeing throws. This is the throw over the defender into a lane where you can lead your guy. I'm not seeing this completed at a high level at all in this tape over 5 years. These are the throws that you're supposed to look for to see if you have an NFL quarterback. And if they're missing in your tape, we already say we're having a tough time finding tight window stuff with this kid. I'm not seeing anything over a linebacker in front of a safety. I'm seeing it's rare. You think that's correct, Jeremy?
I agree.
Right. And that's what we're looking for. You want to see NFL quality, tight window. You want to see NFL quality touch throws. The wild throws really are, there. There's a lot to like about the kid. We're not killing him. I mean, we'll go over it more as we go along.
Yep, absolutely. This is one where he rolls. I like. Okay, he overthrows him, and again, he's trying to throw it straight. He's lining himself up vertical to a receiver. We've seen that before. What I did like about that play was and again, we never talk about it because I think we look at something different than other people are looking. But I actually did like the mechanics of that play.
Right.
I mean, I liked. Let's watch that play again, and then went back a little too far. But here we go. I like the way he rolls and then repositions himself.
Correct.
But his foot was off balance. So people might say this. I don't get into this too much because I'm not an expert on that stuff. But it looks like then somebody would criticize his footwork a little bit on that.
Okay, now here's the thing that we brought this one play up for a reason also. You see how he rolled out left instead of right?
Mm-hmm.
Go find another one. It's non-existent. They're doing the same exact stuff with this kid on every type of throw.
Right.
It's very rare to see what you just saw there. Correct?
Yeah.
Right? Now, every kid misses throws. It's okay he missed the throw. We're bringing it up to, it's rare and its fluidity might not have been the best on the throw, on the play. Transferring weight on the throw. It's okay he missed the throw. It doesn't make him undraftable. The fact is that it's rare. He never does it. They don't let him do it. So you don't know what he could be. You got to dig really deep when you're looking at this kid.
Right. As far as the deep ball, I just love to see evidence that they could throw a ball in stride to a receiver, not just once in their career, but repetitively.
Right. He does, he shows that one, but he doesn't show it on that type of play.
We had a little bit of a mishap here. Let me get back to where we were. There we go. Let's watch now.
Plenty of time.
Can't tell if he made it or not. We'll see it from the other angle. Here we go. It's coming right at us. Oh, just a little bit off. A little bit off.
Okay, now, as we said, right, this happens on kids' films all the time. You have to show it. We could show you your non-highlight film. We could go tomorrow. We could make a tape on this kid and show you, come up with 15 plays that make you think he is the first pick in the draft. Right. Correct, Jeremy?
Oh, no, absolutely. That's what highlight films do. I used to just watch highlight films, and I fell in love with every quarterback. I didn't know how they could fail. I just saw them as these elite passers because all I saw was 15 minutes of 4 years of their best moments. And I didn't even I never paid attention to how open they were when they threw the ball. I never paid attention to, was it in stride? I didn't notice that the receiver had to slow down to catch it. I never thought to myself, oh, in the NFL, you can't do that. If you're not in stride, normally you're not going to complete the pass. The best you can hope for is a pass interference. I mean, it's just the reality of you have to dig into the film. I mean, look, I just noticed now for the first time, I didn't even notice it when I was looking at this play. I said, oh, he just missed. And I just noticed he didn't just miss. He missed by a lot. This guy was wide open and he threw it to the wrong spot. The right receiver had to change direction. So this pass was way off. Look at what I'm talking about. And I know it happens to everyone. I'm not saying it's not allowed to happen and that makes him undraftable. I'm just saying the highlights make you think he does this every time. He doesn't. Right now, if you throw it where you're supposed to throw it, if you lead him in stride in the direction he's, look at that. It's an easy, but he has to completely do a U-turn, like a U-shaped move, like a circle, to circle back to the ball because it's off target.
No,
it should have been on the. It should have been at the edge of the S. It should have been at that bottom corner of the S.
Correct.
To the right.
Now we're looking at people look just at highlights. People look at what else? Box scores.
Right.
Correct?
Yep.
Right. You have to see the makeup of the actual statistics. Okay? You can't just look at a guy and say, oh, he only committed, he only completed 8 of 16 passes. He's horrible. Okay? You have to see what happened. You can't look at a guy and say he completed 35 or 40 passes and he's great. That's not how it works. Okay? He could have made 34 dump-offs behind the line of scrimmage as his running back. Correct, Jeremy?
Correct.
But you have to dig deep. I mean, everybody is an armchair quarterback saying 40 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. The guy must be great. Doesn't work that way.
Absolutely. Let's watch this play in the red zone. Love the red zone plays. Nice little pass. Threw that guy open. Huh? You got to love that play.
Right. Now, here's another one. Watch it again. Time doesn't move his feet. He threw the guy open. Okay?
Yep.
How often do you see that in the tape?
That's the only time. It took me forever to find it. I was happy when I did.
Right. Okay? Now, it's not the, if he doesn't have the opportunity, you can't hide it, though. It's not there. It doesn't happen. It's rare. It's rare that it happens. That's an important trait, the ability to throw a guy open.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, this is still, an NFL prospect quarterback. So he wouldn't be where he is and he wouldn't have this rating, if he didn't have something like this. I mean, and I don't want to take away from it. This is a great pass. Correct. That is fantastic pass. That's why we're not sitting here, and I would never sit here and say he doesn't have any NFL quality plays, or he's not, there's no draftable plays. If he had a lot of this on his film, we're having a totally different conversation about him.
Right. And you have to dig and say, okay, is it because he's not given the opportunity? He doesn't need to do this. Is he doing exactly what he's supposed to do according to what his coaches want? He's staring at his first. Could he get away with it? Are they happy winning games that way? Are they not showcasing whatever talent this kid has? You need to look a little bit deeper too.
Okay, this one might be, and this is some good stuff for the kid. I believe this is one where he's under pressure. Let's look. I hope I'm not wrong, but I think this is a pressure throw.
Yeah, I believe it is.
There he is, under pressure, steps away from it, makes the pass, and completes the touchdown. So this is the kind of play. Look, if we would have had, if more of his touchdowns were like this, where he was under pressure, I would feel a lot better about him, wouldn't you?
We don't see it at all, though, Jeremy. All right? If you look at all his touchdowns, they all come out to be the same way.
Right.
So it's a tough call. I mean, it is. The thing that, a couple of things that worry me is that it's in front of him again, correct?
Yes.
Right? The tunnel vision part. When he's under pressure, is he only focusing on one thing? Will it work in the pros?
We don't know.
Correct?
Yeah, we know that he's a one-read quarterback, that's for sure. So will he be able to do multiple reads? And a lot of college quarterbacks today are facing that issue, and it makes it harder for us because that's the one thing that's hard to find, I think, for all college quarterbacks is evidence that they could look in more than one direction.
Well, we see it in 3 of them. We'll get to
We'll get to the guys who do it, and we'll show it, and we'll point it out specifically. I don't blame him for that because he's playing a system and he's doing what he's coached to do. But It's not about blame. It's about I got to go to my GM if I'm a scout, and I've got to be able to confidently say, is he going to be able to play in our system? And I don't know if very few NFL systems require one read and go, or like it's just not something you're going to see.
Correct.
Hey, we gotta wrap this up for part 4. We're already at that point of part 4 where we're wrapping up. I can't believe we got this much content out of this, guys. So I appreciate all the film on both Knicks that's out there.
There's a lot more.
Yeah,
there's a lot more we have to talk about with this kid.
Yeah. Hey, we'll be back for a 5th episode and maybe even more. Who knows? But hey, if out there, if you're enjoying this, viewers, if you like this content, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell. And in no time, probably by tomorrow, maybe by the time you found this video and you're watching it, it's already available. Part 5. So please subscribe to the channel. If you like what you're seeing, hit the like button. Watch part 5. Me and Tony will be back and we'll continue this analysis of Bo Nix.